Hi guys, Modern Muffin here, how you doing? The following commentary was inspired by a post in the Ubisoft forums asking if there should be a homosexual main character in a future episode of Assassin's Creed. Man, that is just so fucking gay! Alright, come on, how many times have you heard that expression, or maybe even said it? There's no getting away from it. Although most people today will happily proclaim they have no problem with gays, the language they use will reflect something different. Why is this? Now, I think partly it's not so much that people are uncomfortable with homosexuality, but people are uncomfortable with sex in general. I don't mean that they get themselves into some really awkward position or something, although that has been done. But even with the proliferation of graphic pornography in the internet, sex remains essentially a private part of our lives. And the more away from the mainstream the sex is, the further people will want to distance themselves from it. Here's a little experiment. For the sake of this experiment, I'm going to assume that you, like me, are an adult heterosexual male. If you differ from this, adjust the experiment accordingly. You're with some mates. You see a sexy woman walking down the street. You enter the pub, whatever, and you say to your mates, "Man, I'd give anything for a night with her." Now, you'll probably get some responses along the lines of, "You got no chance, mate," or "Get in line," something friendly and jokey, and the conversation moves on. Next time, try saying this. "I'd love to dress her up as a nurse while I play doctor, tease her nipples with my stethoscope, bend her over a desk, and take her from behind while I'm pulling her head back by the hair." And I think you get a stunned silence rather than some friendly banter. Or maybe try saying, "I want her to tie me to the bed, clamp clothes pegs on my nipples, and watch her while she masturbates to a phone sex line while watching some downloaded porn." Now the only sound you're going to hear is the sound of rapidly retreating footsteps. Sex is the most searched for subject on the internet. Now either that's a fucking hell of a lot of research going on, or we're all furiously masturbating like monkeys on a trip to the zoo, watching other monkeys masturbating equally furiously. Hands up if you've discussed with your mates what you like to masturbate over. Anyone? No? No, I didn't think so. And herein lies the problem with people's perception of homosexuality. The very acknowledgement of it paints pictures in the minds that most people don't want. We don't want to imagine our friends even kissing their spouses in an intimate way. Imagining somebody doing it to a member of their own sex is no different. Part of the way in which the LGBT community has campaigned for acceptance is to portray gay characters in a positive light in various mainstream media, books, films, television, etc., etc. Now, I totally get the need for this. The history of mankind is littered with non-acceptance of homosexuality, of abuse, persecution, imprisonment. The list is endless. The question is, does it work? People who are naturally accepting of other people and their lifestyle choices don't need their perceptions changed. But the people who do, the homophobes and religiously or culturally indoctrinated, aren't going to change their mind. Now, there undoubtedly is a shift in the moral zeitgeist. Our attitudes change slowly over time. In world politics today, there are countries shifting away from religious dogma, and those countries are also losing the prejudices such dogma carries. The opposite can be seen in countries that are becoming more hardline with religion, countries such as Saudi Arabia or Pakistan, where it is common to imprison gays. Even in developed countries such as the USA, would you rather be gay in the north or gay in the Baptist south? Both the north and south have been equally exposed to national media portraying gays in a positive light, but all such media does is reinforce existing prejudices. Some people will say, "Yay, positive homosexuality on television." Others will be yelling at the television screen and cancelling their Sky subscription. The normalization of homosexuality in media is, generally speaking, a politicization. If someone is writing from an informed perspective on the struggles of being gay in a hostile world, great. I have no problems with that. But chucking in a character to a story, a game, a film for political ends gets on my tits. More so than when my wife puts clothes pegs on my nipples. More than this, there is a cowardliness to the presentation of homophobia in such media. It breaks down like this. Person A is gay and good. Person B is homophobic and bad. Very rarely do we see gay characters have equally human frailties that heterosexuals are portrayed with. Extremely rarely do we see the causes of homophobia, particularly if the cause is religion. The gay community has to present everyone is equal agenda. When we discuss discrimination, we talk about age, gender, sexuality and religious discrimination, all lumped together with equal validity. To promote acceptance of homosexuality, we also have to be accepting of religions and cultures that discriminate homosexuality. Fucked up much? Here's my bottom line. Gay is not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. It's part of the natural world. It's part of human nature. Societies and cultures that live in the natural world will have no problem with it. Presenting sexuality of any kind, where it is intrinsic to the story, where it reveals or explores matters of human nature or culture, are a worthwhile addition to any art form. Anything else is either titillation or politicization, the elevation of a private agenda over the cause of art, and will devalue the worth of any art form it intrudes on. As always, guys, feel free to tell me just how wrong I am in your comments. Knock it out, take it easy. Bye!